Hello friends, in this video I'm going to discuss about the anatomy of the humerus. First and foremost, let's take a look at the contents of this video. In this video I'm going to discuss about the introduction, what is a humerus, what type of bone it is, about the features of the humerus, and the site determination, whether it is the left humerus or the right humerus. Okay, now let's take a look at the bones. So among these bones, these two are the humerus. So as you can see, the humerus is a typical long bone. It has two ends, an upper end and a lower end, and an intervening shaft. The shaft has 3 borders and 3 surfaces. So let's take a look at the features of the humerus. The upper end, it has a globular head which forms 1/3 of a sphere. It is covered with hyaline cartilage and it articulates with the glenoid cavity of the scapula. Forming the ball and socket joint. Here we have the lesser tubercle, the greater tubercle, and a groove in between known as the intertubercular sulcus or bicipital groove, since it lodges the tendon of the long head of bicep brachii. Now let's take a look at the shaft of the humerus. The shaft, it has 3 borders and 3 surfaces. In its upper half it is rounded, and its lower half it is triangular in shape. Since it's in its lower half it is triangular, the borders are more prominent. We have the anterior border, the medial border, and the lateral border. The medial border continues downwards at the medial supracondylar ridge. The lateral border continues downwards at the lateral supracondylar ridge. Now let's take a look at the surfaces of the humerus. We have the anteromedial surface, anterolateral surface, and the posterior surface. In the middle, in the anteromedial surface, we can see here we have the nutrient foramen. As you can see here, nutrient foramen. The nutrient foramen is directed downwards, so the upper end is the growing end. In the anterolateral surface, we have a V-shaped tuberosity, which is known as the deltoid tuberosity, and posterior to which we have the radial groove or the spiral groove, which is directed downwards and forward. Downwards and forward. In the lower end, it is expanded from side to side, forming the condyles, and it has articular and non-articular parts. Now let's take a look at the articular parts. We have the capitulum, which articulates with the radius, head of the radius. Forming the radiohumeral joint. And in its anterior aspect, we have the radial fossa, which in extreme flexion lodges the head of the humerus. Now we have the trochlea, which articulates with the ulna. As you can see here, and in its anterior aspect during extreme flexion we have the radial fossa, coronoid fossa, sorry. Now the non-articular parts, we have the medial epicondyle, the lateral epicondyle, the olecranon fossa. So this, my friend, is the left humerus, as the globular head is directed medially. And this is the right radius, since the globular head is directed medially. Thank you for your attention.